We all know how time consuming it can be to ensure that we're staying accountable to our fitness goals. Between having to spend an hour to 2 hours training in the gym, to coming home and making sure our meals are prepared, and that they're macro friendly can be sometimes impossible. That's why meal prepping is absolutely essential to ensure that you're being consistent in the long run. That is why in today's video, I want to give you the top 3 must-have bodybuilding kitchen appliances that will make your meal prep process go much smoother by saving you time and also making your food taste that much better, because we do all know how repetitive and boring bodybuilding meals can be. So with that being said, the first essential bodybuilding kitchen appliance is going to be the rice cooker. Since carbs do play an extremely important role for helping us maintain and sustain energy levels during our workout to allow us to train with the intensity that we need, then having a rice cooker on hand is going to be an absolute must to ensure that we have rice prepared when we need it. If you're currently still preparing rice on the stovetop, then you're definitely wasting your time. Not only does the rice cooker make perfect rice every single time, but all you really have to do is set it and leave it. Therefore, you don't have to tend to it like you would if you were cooking on the stovetop, which can save you a lot of time during meal prep. And not to mention, it's extremely affordable as well. I picked up my rice cooker. It's a Hamilton Beach one at Walmart for definitely under 50 bucks. So I highly encourage everybody to go out there and invest in the rice cooker. Another awesome thing about having a rice cooker is once it's actually finished cooking your rice with the amount of time that's actually on the rice cooker itself, it will actually automatically set to a lower setting, which will keep your rice warm during the entire day. So this is honestly awesome if you're just planning on using that whole pot by the end of the day. You can really just leave it in the rice cooker and use it as you need it without having to kind of take it out of the fridge and reheat it up again. So now I'd like to run you through how I use the rice cooker to prepare rice perfect every single time. So normally what I do is I determine my portion size, so how much rice I actually do want to make. Normally I do make enough to last me a couple days so that I don't have to do it every single day. So because of that, what I'll do is I'll start off with 3 cups of water, and then I'll fill that up and I'll pour that into the rice cooker, followed by 1.5 cups of rice. So normally the difference is double, so if you're using 1.5 cups of rice, you would use 3 cups of water. If you use 2 cups of rice, you'd use 4 cups of water. Depending on the rice, I prefer jasmine just because it's a personal preference of mine. So what you want to do first is you want to add the water to the rice cooker and then add the rice. And then if you want to use any type of spices or any type of salt and pepper, you can add that directly into the rice cooker to kind of give it a little bit more flavor. And then all you really got to do is on my rice cooker, it's a Hamilton Beach one, as you can see. All I do is really do select mode, and then I select white rice. And as soon as I do that, 45 minutes will come up. And then all I do is shut it and just press start. And then it will go by itself. So as you can see, it's extremely easy. And as I did mention, after it's done, it will keep your rice warm, making it an absolute essential for cooking rice if you're really looking to maximize your results and get the carbs in when you do need them. Now moving on to the second must-have bodybuilding kitchen appliance, and that's going to be the Actifry. You may have not heard of it before, and that's the reason why it's the most underrated on the list. So how it works is it uses a hot air distribution system to cook your food. All you do is place the food on the paddle, and the paddle gently rotates or slowly rotates inside the machine, making sure to cook your food evenly. The Actifry mimics the same great taste you get from deep frying a food, except for it's a much healthier alternative. And you do have the choice of adding oil or even spraying the paddle. And if you are craving something crispy, I will be going over a recipe to show you how I actually make chicken and make it extra crispy. So that will actually kill that craving. And another thing that I really love about the Actifry is it's extremely easy to use. Mine does start with just the press of the button. And all you really got to do is, there's actually suggested times that's written directly on the Actifry. So if you're cooking chicken, you're cooking potatoes, it will tell you the suggested cooking times, and all you got to do is press the button and set a timer on your phone or the microwave, and it's really that easy. Alright, so before I move into the cooking video where I'm going to show you the chicken recipe that I do make to make extra crispy chicken, I just wanted to take time to show you the machine, to show you what it looks like, and just kind of how it works. So as you can see here, it's fairly big, but it does fit and store pretty nicely. And actually just keep it down there in that cupboard down there, it fits pretty well. So yeah, just to kind of give you an overview of how it works. So as you can see here, it's the Tefal, that's the company that makes it, and it's the Actifry original. And all you really do is just press this button here, it's a little gray button, and that releases the top. And then as you can see, there's probably the air frying system that cooks it. It cooks it with hot air, and this is the paddle that you get. And all you do is just kind of open up the handle like that, and it releases. And then you basically put your food in there, whatever you're cooking, chicken, fish or meat, or even potatoes. You can give this just a light spray if you want, depending on what you want to do. Normally, I think it would be fine without spray, but it's all personal preference. And then once you're done putting your product in there, which I'll show you once I get into the chicken, all you do is just kind of place it back in, and then lock that down, close the lid, And then in terms of the cooking times, like I said, it's just extremely easy. There's just this one button right there, and that's the off and on button. And then there's the suggested cooking times. So yeah, there's the machine itself. I just wanted to give you an overview of the machine, just to kind of show you the size and kind of how it works. Now I'm going to move into actually the recipe of how I cook extra crispy chicken. All right, so now moving into the recipe that I wanted to show you. So this is for extra crispy chicken. It makes it really crispy, trust me, and it's really delicious. So what I do is I start off with, my protein source is gonna be chicken thighs. This is a little bit higher in fat than your normal chicken breasts, but trust me, they taste amazing, especially in the Actifry when you bread them. So what I normally do first is I use shake and bake. This is just a crispy Southern fried shake and bake. You can really use whatever you want. You can use the original, just basically based on your preference. So normally what I do is I get a plate. As you can see here, I got one, and I just combine the shake and bake. So I normally use about 2 packets when I'm doing it. I find that one just isn't enough for all the chicken that you cook. So there's the 2 packets. And just move that around a little bit. And then here's a secret weapon right here. Both of these are amazing. So this is actually the Frank's Red Hot, I believe Buffalo Ranch seasoning. So as you can see there, this is absolutely amazing. I picked this up at Sobeys. I couldn't find it at Walmart. I had to go to an actual grocery store to get it. It's kind of pricey. I think they're about $5 each. And there's the other one here. This is the just the original Red Hot. So yeah, about $5 each, but trust me, they're definitely worth it. So what I normally do is I add this to the shake and bake, make it a little bit better tasting. And trust me, it's hot when it comes out. It's spicy. So I'm actually gonna open it up from the other. So I just guesstimate. So that's the original, and then the buffalo. Once again, just move that around. So then I'm gonna, just like I said at the start, you can spray the paddle if you want. I'm actually gonna be using a little bit of olive oil spray, just to lightly coat it. As you can see there's the turn dial, so that's actually what turns. This actually moves around and actually cooks it. So you want to make sure that when you're putting the chicken on, you're kind of putting it away from this, because if not, it might get caught up. So then all I do is I take a little bit of egg whites, just to kind of make the breading and the shake and bake stick a little bit better. So all I do is I just take a plastic bag. You could use a bowl. I just don't like dishes, and I'd rather throw it out. So that's kind of why I use the plastic bag. And all I do is pour a little bit of this whole thing. So there, I got my egg whites just in the bag. So really all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bread the chicken. So I take the thighs, as you can see right there, and I just throw it right in the egg whites, and I just put it in the shake and bake, just like that. Make sure to really coat it, make sure it's sticking on there. And then all I do is I take that, once it's breaded, and I just throw it right in to the Actifry, like that. So yeah, that's basically the process. Just breading it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish breading this, and then once I'm ready to put it in the machine, I'll check back in with you. Alright, so I just finished breading all the chicken. The only disadvantage I would say with this is that you can't really fit a lot of chicken in there, but it's enough probably for 2 meals, 2.5 meals I would say. And that is a lot of chicken. Like I mentioned, I did kind of leave for that space over there just so it's able to turn. Yeah, and I'll probably turn it evenly as I go. So there's all the chicken breaded. So what I'm going to do is all I do is put it in the machine like that. And then just take this little handle and press it down. And that just kind of locks it. And then I just shut it. And like I mentioned, it's extremely easy. All the cooking times are right on the machine itself. And I just press the on button. And as you can hear, there's that the air frying noise. It's a little loud, but yeah, no, it turns out amazing. So after it's cooked there, I set the timer for 15 minutes, or what I'll normally do is I'll do 15 minutes and then I'll kind of move it around a bit. Maybe turn it over, and then I'll do another 10-15 minutes depending on how it's looking. But yeah, I'll check into you when the 15 minutes or the 30 minutes are up. All right, so there you have it. There's the finished product. And that was actually after 30 minutes. So what I did was actually put it on for 15 minutes and then I flipped it. So as you can see, it is really crispy. And it trust me, it tastes delicious. And then what I normally do is I normally pair it with some type of dipping sauce, like a sweet Thai chili would go great with it. And this has honestly been my go-to. So I highly encourage everybody to definitely give that recipe a try and let me know if you do for sure how you like it. So as you can see, the chicken turned out amazing. It's actually really, really good. It just kind of gives you some different variety in terms of cooking chicken. You can also cook fish and potatoes. So there's a lot of different options that you can use. And a couple other things that I like about it is that the paddle is actually dishwasher safe. So it really requires a very minimal cleanup time. And personally for me, I absolutely hate doing dishes, and I'm sure most of you do as well. So all you really got to do is just hand wash the paddle, or if you do have a dishwasher machine, you can stick it in the dishwasher and do it that way. But yeah, this is an awesome machine, so I highly encourage everybody to go out and purchase one. Like I mentioned, it's pretty affordable too. I think mine was under $100, and I don't even think that was on sale. So you can definitely pick one up for yourself and definitely give this chicken recipe a try. I highly encourage it, and you won't be disappointed. And the final must-have bodybuilding kitchen appliance is going to be the slow cooker. This is an absolute must if you live a busy lifestyle. I know personally for me, I used to put chicken in there for up to 7, even 8 hours. So if you're busy and you know that you're going to have a busy day, maybe turn it on, put some chicken in it before you head to work. And then when you come home after 7 or 8 hours, the chicken will be all ready for you. Not only will the chicken be ready for you, but it will absolutely taste amazing. It will be extremely tender, especially if you do leave it on for, like I mentioned, 7 or 8 hours. It's basically just going to be cooking on a lower setting. And another thing that's awesome about it is that, like I mentioned, when you do come home, the chicken's still going to be warm. And this is perfect because it's going to eliminate the microwave. And normally what happens is when you microwave chicken, it dries it out. So you're going to still be able to get that amazing taste and some fresh chicken as soon as you get home. And we all do know that after a long day of work, the last thing you want to do is come home and prepare a meal. And this could actually increase your chances of stopping at a fast food restaurant or ordering some takeout. So just knowing that you do have some chicken in the slow cooker for when you get home will actually eliminate that and make your hitting your macros on a consistent basis much more attainable. And chicken is just one of the examples of the many foods and recipes that you can do. Some examples of some of my favorite is just some meats. It makes your meats extremely tender. I've also cooked salmon in it before and it turned out absolutely amazing. But you can also make recipes like a chili recipe or a stir-fry recipe. So you're not just limited to chicken, which I really do love about it. And you can also really marinate it. I find it's really great for that. So if you were to throw some spices, even some garlic, I find it's great. And there's also a lot of different barbecue sauces. I use the Stubbs barbecue sauce, which is basically like the lower calories, if that's a concern to you. And I also like the VH sauces. I think they have a lot of great flavors. And if you're looking for more of a lower calorie option, then you can even throw some salsa in it. But honestly, if it's cooking for that long, it's going to marinate really well. And like I said before, really make your chicken taste awesome. The slow cooker is a great way to save time and energy when you're meal prepping, and not to mention it's extremely affordable too. You can definitely pick one up for under $50. And also I like it that it is compact, so it does store well. So I highly encourage everybody to definitely go and invest in a slow cooker and make your meal prepping much smoother. So that's going to conclude today's video on the top 3 must-have bodybuilding kitchen appliances. Achieving your fitness goals is hard enough, especially with all the hours you spend training in the gym, and we do all know how important nutrition is. So you definitely want to make this much easier on yourself and really kind of save time. So I highly encourage everybody to definitely go out and invest in the rice cooker, the Actifry, and the slow cooker to really make your meal prepping much easier and make your foods taste a little bit better as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do have a lot of great exciting content that's planned in the works and I'm super excited to share with you guys, and I want to make sure you guys are a part of the journey. So hit that subscribe button. Also turn on the bell notifications. I do release videos 3 times a week. I was on a 2-week upload schedule, but now I bumped that up to 3. So I'll actually put the upload schedule on the screen so you can see it. So just to kind of give it an overview, every Sunday it's something called my Clean Bulk series, which I basically just put out different style videos on that, more educational based. And then on Wednesday, it used to be my Short on Time series, but since that came to an end, I now upload what's called the Versus series, where I compare some of the popular exercises to determine which ones are better from a muscle building perspective for you. And then I also got the added series, which is on Friday, making it 3 times a week, and that's my Road to Pro series. I'm really excited to be adding that series to my YouTube channel because it's going to be documenting my journey to the natural bodybuilding stage where I'll be competing in 2021. So I want you guys to be able to follow my journey, and I want want to be able to document that as well. So that's basically my upload schedule. Also, don't forget to give the video a like. I do appreciate all the support and the feedback from you guys, so definitely hit the like button, and I'll see everybody here next time. Peace out.